If I lost my camera, my portfolio, and my entire client list today, and I had to get back to making $5,000, $10,000 a month in real estate photography, I would not, I repeat, I would not do what I did when I first got started. I wasted 2 years thinking that I had to be some kind of master editor, some freaking lighting wizard. I was completely wrong. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna give you the cheat code. I'm gonna strip away all the fluff, and I'm gonna show you guys the exact 4-step roadmap that I would use to go from zero to professional photographer in 1 month. All right, let's start the clock. Phase 1, the anti-gear gear list. Okay, so first, the gear. Now, what 90% of you guys have a problem with is you guys think that you need $3,000, $5,000 rigs, but that's not true. If I were to start today, I'm straight up buying used. First would be the camera. I'm gonna buy something in the Sony a6000 series or a Canon M50. That's gonna cost you around $400. And 2, you're gonna need a lens. You're gonna need a 10mm to 18mm, something in that range. This is non-negotiable. You need width, and that's gonna cost you around $200. And then 3rd and finally, a tripod. What you're gonna want is a heavy metal tripod, and that should cost you around $100. You're all in for $700. One thing that I wanna say, since we're not using flash, this tripod is gonna be your lifeline. This thing's gotta be rock solid. So again, that's it. For a total of $700, you can get started in real estate photography today in 2025, going into 2026. Now, I wanna say this, you do not need a drone yet. You do not need a 360 camera yet. You do not need flash yet. Your constraint is your creativity, not your wallet. Phase 2, the zero edit workflow. This is a vital secret. Now, how do you get magazine quality photos without investing in Photoshop or spending hours once you have the subscription in Photoshop, learning Lightroom, learning all the tools, right? When I first started, I would go on a shoot, right, during the day, and then at night spend all flipping night editing in Lightroom, editing in Photoshop. In my eyes, you guys, I'd have these freaking bags under my eyes. I don't recommend it. If I were to start over again, I would never edit a single photo again. Yes, do you want me to repeat that? If I were to get started again and restart everything, I would never touch any freaking adjustment slider, any adjustment brush, nothing. I would never open up Lightroom. I would never open up Adobe Photoshop. So what I do is I use a technique called bracketing. And essentially what that is I have my camera take 5 photos at the same time with 2 stops of exposure between each photo. By doing this, the camera captures every single highlight and every single shadow automatically. I don't have to bring my 8200 flash. I don't have to bring light stands. I don't have to bring boom poles. And I can shoot an entire house in 20 minutes. Okay, you're probably wondering, how is this even possible? But here's the secret sauce. I don't blend the photos myself. I send them to a specialist team in Vietnam. They hand blend these 5 exposures to create a perfect natural look. And the cost? 40 cents a photo. Unbelievable. I wish I would have known that. I mean, I'm cringing at the amount of time that I spent in my freaking editing bay. I would never do that again. But it did help me be able to spot good and bad editors. So you should at least know how to edit a little bit, okay? Which kind of contradicts what I said earlier, but just for a standard house, I pay about $12. And then in exchange, I get my entire night back. This isn't photography. This is a labor arbitrage. You are the CEO, not the editor. Phase 3, the Trojan horse portfolio. You've got the gear and you've got the workflow. Now you need to get some clients. What most new people start doing is they spam and they offer free work via DMs, or they send really horrible emails. Don't do that. Use what we call the Trojan horse method. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna hop on Zillow and you're gonna wanna find properties with terrible photos. Then you're gonna contact the listing agent and you're gonna say, I'm building my portfolio. I'd love to shoot this listing for free. You get the photos and I get the portfolio. Now, one thing I want you to keep in mind, because we're outsourcing the editing, this free photo shoot is gonna cost you around $12. That is a tiny investment for a portfolio piece, and you get to shake hands with an active agent. So then you can start talking and getting comfortable with these real estate agents. You do this 3 times, you're going to look like a veteran. That's only $36. So you're all in at $700, $736 to get started in real estate photography. You now can build your website. You can now build your Instagram, and you look like a pro. You only have 3 houses under your belt though. $36. Phase 4, the business, selling speed. I was a real estate agent for 9 years, and I'm gonna give you guys some real talk. Agents do not buy photos. They don't. They buy speed and reliability. So because my workflow is so simple, I walk into a home, I shoot a couple of brackets, I'm in and out in 20 minutes. I can send the photos directly to my editor and even deliver same day. Or what I always do is I guarantee next day delivery, or they're free. I mean, in this case, you're delivering free photos anyway, but when you start to build your business side, you got to start thinking, what is your unique selling proposition? What is something that you can offer that other photographers in your area are not? And a lot of times I see people do 48-hour turnaround. If you can do same day delivery or by 9 a.m. guaranteed or they're free, you are locked in forever. You are going to be their best friend, and they're going to go, I need that person on my team. Because you got to start looking at yourself as an extension of their business. I'm speaking as a former agent. Agents absolutely love this. It minimizes disruption for them and their clients. If I were to restart my entire business all over again, this would probably be the very first thing that I would lead with when I was selling my services, is that I'm the fastest person in this town. I can get you the photos same freaking day if we shoot early enough. Because here's the deal. The editors in Vietnam, they edit 24/7 and they can have those photos back to you within 6 hours. So if you shoot at 9 in the morning, well, it might take you an hour or two to get those photos uploaded into Dropbox and then send that Dropbox link over to your editor. But guess what? That's only 8 hours after 9 o'clock, right? I mean, we're talking before 5 o'clock p.m. the same day they have their photos. I mean, you're literally solving their stress. Agents will pay a premium for that. It took me years to dial in my workflow, camera settings, find an editing team that's reliable, consistent, and affordable. And I don't want you to waste those same years. I've packaged my entire business, including the exact settings, my editing team, exclusive behind the scenes look at how to shoot bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchens, exterior, interior, every single thing that you could possibly imagine. This is the blueprint that I wish that I would have had when I was starting out. What this masterclass does is it takes a technical business and it turns it into a scalable business. The link is in the description below. Whether you join or not, that doesn't matter. What I want to impress onto you today is stop overcomplicating things and just keep it simple. Get a camera, whether it's used or you're renting it for the day, shoot some brackets, and then outsource the rest. Build that portfolio and go and get your clients. The real estate market is waiting for you. Now, if you want to see a point of view video of me going from room to room to room and how I shoot real estate photography, click on the next video. All right, I'll see you there.